So here with Scottside early access. So I played the demo and now it came out the early access of the game. So the game only has the early access only has one chapter, the full chapter 1. You can beat the chapter 1, but you're gonna have to wait between 3 to 5 years to see the rest of the chapters, because again it's like Pink Noise. That basically they only have one chapter, you beat and then it ends, and you need to wait between 3 to 5 years, because like in this one I don't know how many people work, if it's only 1 people or 2, but it's very small in the team, so you need to understand that I think it's not their main job. They have a full-time job aside from the game, but they are working on the game at the same time, so the sales of the game help a lot to these developers always, and they can, like with more sales, they can try to finish the game fast, but at the same time you need to understand they need a lot of time, because this game and Pink Noise, they have amazing art, amazing stories. So if you like visual novels, this is gonna be one for you to pay attention. So new game. LOL. The worm burns like a flame. The rumble of steel is deafening. Screams of dying ones and cracking of bones, they are the only hope. The fighter moves with untamable power. One sword swing and the demon's body is split in two. The ranger, his blades turn enemies' growls into a agonal whiz. And the third hero? So now we need to choose the challenges, the charisma, or the strength. We go for the cat, that is charisma. The cat, whose cunning is sharper than a blade. The demons kept falling one by one, until the battlefield turned into a bloody mess. Heroes are breathing heavily. Sweat and blood mix on their faces. They are standing before a massive getaway leading to the lair of evil. The heroes took a step inside and disappeared into darkness. Flames were shaking on the walls, shaping ugly and crooked shadows. Lungs were filling with smell of sulfur and rotting flesh. The floor started shaking underfoot, as if the ground was trembling for the presence of the one who awaited the heroes ahead. A deep growl echoed from the darkness. Shadows gradually revealed a giant figure. At first blazing crimson eyes, then a monster jaw, full of edged teeth. The next moment the darkness revealed a whole silhouette, enormous, charred and ornate, a primal darkness that was raging the very core of his being, and he scowled Baldr. The fighter, the ranger and the cat exchanged glances, and the fighter said, "Fuck!" "What happened, fighter?" "Ranger, I mean Axel. The worst happened, the master went completely nuts." "What did I do wrong now, smartass?" "Thomas, are you for real? Is that a joke, Baldr? On the 5th level? Is it now official a game for those who wanna die? Do you realize LOL playing as a cat is at the 1st level? You got to know what D&D is just today." "LOL, don't listen to Sam, he's just mad cause his fighter was killed by a rat the last time." "That was a mouse, not a rat. A giant cursed mouse, to be exact." "I'm not mad, just saying that Thomas really took it too far. We got no chance against Baldr. Are you doubting my master skills? Baldr is a challenge, and you are the heroes, not farmers or something." "We may be heroes, but lol. Come on Sam, you'll be our secret weapon. Pay attention." Baldr raised his giant paw, threatening and smashed your pathetic crew. Sam, tell me your armor class plus the number on the dice, and you'll get squashed. Hurry!" "Holy shit! My fighter armor class is 16. Rolling, plus 4 on the dice. The 20, ha! What's the matter, Baldr?" "Sam, the fighter stands the attack, the 20 saved you." "Axel, what's your armor? What's taking you so long?" "My ranger has 14. Now the roll, oh my god, it's a 1. I dodged it, right? Please tell me I did, Thomas." "Axel, you escaped at very last moment. 15 is enough." "Lol, what armor class is right on your character sheet?" "Oh shit. -3? Oh no, it's 3. Okay, the here is to save. Okay, it has autosave, only to make sure. Yeah, that's it, but it's not enough. Now roll d20 and hope for a bigger number. Then add it to your armor. D20? It's a dice, it has 20 sides, don't be stupid. Yeah, it's a thing that either saves you or kills you. This game is the first and last one for him. Come on, give him a chance. What if the roll rolls a 20 or becomes a legend? There's enough space for only one legend, that's me, haha. Lol, hold the T20 already, or Baldur will make mince meat of you. New 20. What, 20? For real? It's the biggest number. By any arm will get 23. Can't believe my eyes. Beginner's luck. Lol, miraculously you escape Baldur's paw. His fist flash in an inch from your heads. Great. Let's keep playing. He rolled a 20, you are not even gonna reward him? Alright lol, you found a gold coin on the ground. Write it down in your character sheet. Okay, we put in here that we have one gold coin. Now let's get back to the game. Focus on turn your imagination on. The final fight awaits you. Remember, the sky is being absorbed by the darkness. The boys immediately became serious as if they are performing in a theater. The ground is shaking, something is approaching you. It's him, the Baldur. He wished to take a closer look at you. You, the tiny bugs that stood in his way. He leans towards you. Flickers of fire drop a shadow on his face, allow you to take a better look at who you are going to fight with. Fighter turns to the cat. Well, Flayback, I hope cats really do have 9 lives, otherwise I don't envy you. Are you ready? Of course I'm ready. Lol, trust me, you are not. Sam, don't get out of character. That's sweet, keep it up. Each of you takes a suitable battle position. You understand this battle will be crucial. The outcome will determine the destiny of humanity. If you win, you'll be remembered as legendary heroes. But if you lose, fighter takes out his sword, preparing to make a devastating attack. Ranger fits an arrow to the bowstring. He aims it right at Baldur's mug, ready to fire a final shot. And Cat creeps up behind the monster's back with his blades, ready for a sneak attack. You attack Baldur simultaneously, shouting with rage. Let's do it! Well, he's done for. You'll say you will experience a true pain, say goodbye to your life, I'll tear you to pieces. Don't forget game rules. You have to roll the dice to see if you will succeed or not. And I'd like to point out that Baldur is a legendary boss. It only takes him 1 hit to destroy you all right away. That means 1 mistake and we lost. Right, if one of you rolls less than 10, you are dead. It's not gonna be easy, I like that. Says Sammy in a narrative voice. You will go first. Okay, here, I don't know if it's possible to win or not. What about you, fighter? Describe your attack. I run towards Baldur fiercely. My sword is my loyal ally and its strike will be devastating. Sam picks up the dice careless and drops it on the floor. 1. Holy shit! No, who taught you to roll? Thomas, let me do it again. The dice fell out of my hand too early. You've seen it yourself. Please. Thomas looked at the game over thoughtfully and then at us. Okay, 1 more roll. Thank Thomas. I thank the gods for blessing me today. Sam gets back to correct by making his voice sound more rough. He grabs the dice as if it was magical talisman that holds the destiny of the world. Shakes his hand a few times and drops it on the table with determination. Missed. Baldur clenches his paw in a giant fist and raises it up with a terrifying speed. His paw freezes in the air for a split of a second. Next moment it strikes all of you with a deadly hit. Game over. No! Axel shouts out, his voice full of despair. Sam pats on his shoulder trying to calm him down. That's it, my friend. That's the end. Cheer up, you'll succeed next time. We'll have next time? Who knows, who knows. Everything is possible. Lol, you did good for the first time. Axel patted me on my shoulder. Either way, that was an interesting game. I'm surprised that this time our evening wasn't read by the librarian. Are you playing here again? How many times I told you, Samuel, not to play here with your friends? The library is a robot and there is a cat in top. It's a library. People come here to read books and gain knowledge. But it's just a game. So just play somewhere else. The noise level is above acceptable. Okay, we are sorry. We were just about to leave. The entry to the library is prohibited for 7 days. For all of you. Get out. You have no right to kick us out. Are you sure, young man? I am. What a crappy day. I can't believe that metal jerk kicked us out. Come on, at least it was fun. How would he even manage to get to the second floor on his wheels? We lost to Baldur. Yeah, that was legendary shameful. It wasn't a loss, it was a tactic retreat. Tactic? We got kicked out, Thomas. You really don't get it. Sam gave me the stink eye. That newbie, things always go down the drain every time someone joins our team. Slow down, Sam, it's not LOL's fault. We can no longer play in public place, the library is gone. Playing at somebody sucks. Parents keep nagging like, turn off the light, do your homework. We must find a place where nobody can get us. A secret spot like in Indiana Jones. Over the blue text, see what it is. A place where we can be as loud as we want and no one will kick us out. We need a basement. What? Like in the movies. All the cool stuff always happens in the basement. Or in an abandoned house. You are a genius, Axel. An abandoned house in Scottside? The best you can find is a shed with a leaky roof. And even that is already taken by Crazy Hank. Maybe someone has a secret room at home? If it's secret, no one knows it's there. Say nothing or interrupt. Guys, what if we build or find something in the forest? Like a secret base. Like in superhero comics. With a password that only we know. A secret base? Really? Aren't you too old to pretend you have orders? Wait, that actually does sound freaking cool. Our very own base, no robots, no rules. Yes, and we could hang some lights there and make a table for D&D. Right, decorate it the way we want. It will be like our own club. Alright, like a place where we can always hide from our problems. So let's go in the forest after school tomorrow to look for a perfect spot. Fine, but if it's stinky there or Sophie, I'm out. Gotta go. My stepmother will eat me alive if I'm not back by 9. Do you still hate her? Yeah, she's getting on my nerves. Still calls you a baby? She doesn't call me a baby, she just gets mad if I come home late. Does she wear a bathrobe and smokes a cigarette at home, like in noir movies? Right, with glass of martini, while dad's at work. No damn bass. Stop making up this bullshit about her, or shut up for the better. I'm banning you from talking. So you can't talk and we can't? That's right. Why is that? Because I'm the only one who says something useful. Sam, you haven't said a thing useful after we left the library. I told you to shut up, that's useful. That's it, I'm leaving. See you tomorrow, assholes. Sam starts to shake everyone's hand as a goodbye. I held out my hand as well. See you? Sam glanced at my hand, but never shook it. Pretended not to notice it and left. I kept on talking like nothing happened. I got to head home too. We have just moved. I have to unpack the box. Our school is early tomorrow, my first day. Wait, are you going to our school? There is only one school, Axel. Oh man, it's gonna be, well, an interesting experience. Lol, which way do you live? I saw a point at the direction of my house. Whoa, me and Axel live in the same direction. Lol, let me show you a shortcut through the forest. We can even look for a place for a base on the way. There's a hidden path that will get us home faster than these boring streets. Thomas nodded. His face highlighted by a street light showed that he was skeptical. It's better to stick to the road, especially if you are new to the town and not familiar with its streets and forests. By the way, lol, how do you even get to the library? It's not easy to find even for the locals. I hope there were no incidents. Not really. Don't know if I need to press or this pass. Okay, it passes. I need to make sure. Today was, well, pretty rough. I had a ton of stuff to do. Was rushing around trying to get everything done on time. Went looking for the library. Got distracted by a drone. And yeah, I totally face planted. Some girl passing by started laughing. She helped me though. She helped me up though. And showed me how to get to the library. Then she goes, come to the tower tonight. Say she'll show me around for if I made it to that damn library. Couldn't read the rest in there. Try to find books for school. And not die of boredom. There were these kids. They asked me to fix their robot tonight. It will protect us from the Mosin Force or some other nonsense. Got yelled at by the librarian. Guess that's normal here? He showed me where the school books were. Went upstairs. And then there you were. Basically showing how we met those. And you know the rest. Wow, a whole journey. Have you found the school books after all? No, I didn't know we'll get prohibited to enter the library. Mom's gonna be mad. At least we met each other. Yeah, he must be on the cloud 9. Tell us more about the girl. Which girl? The one who offered to show you around. Jessica? Jessica freaking Hansen? Probably she didn't give me a full name. Well, she's like literally an angel from the sky. How do you manage to get her on a date? There was a hint of envy in Thomas' voice. It's not a date, just a friendly town tour. I didn't get the chance to even sit with her, and you are having a whole tour. You are freaking lucky. Just remember, be considerate and don't hurry things up. Thomas sounds serious. That felt like a valuable advice. I saw her today and she seemed to be in the mood. Why are you giving advice? Have you ever talked to a girl yourself? It's from a book. And yes, I've talked to girls. I'm not really sure I should go there. Actually, I have to be home by this time. I'm already late because of fighting Bald. Well, I'll decide who you're going with. So, Axel, we have Jessica with the kids that they say. They have a little girl, and we have Thomas. Of course, we go for the girl because she helped us. I don't want to miss that. Because what they actually found. So in here shows the like routes that you have to go. Of course, to do that, then you need to do another run to see. Finding the watchtower was easy. It stopped with a red star graffiti could be seen from afar. The sun was gradually hiding behind the trees. I kept searching for Jessica, blonde hair in shadows of pine forest. Hope guys don't really think I date Jessica. We hardly even know each other. Don't want gossip to spread at school. Well, how do I find her? Jessica! I called out, hesitating. I started waiting for a couple of minutes, slowly sweeping my foot over the snowdrift. The snow slid off the drift and formed small snowballs that remind me of oatmeal. Jessica, are you here? I walk around the water tower once again, making sure nobody's there. Seems like this morning she was just joking when she invited me here. Whatever, I'll climb up myself and see if the view is really as beautiful as she said. Metal ladders bars burned my hands with cold, but eventually I safely made it to the top platform. Far away, hiding in the clouds, a giant cargo ship flew by just like a mirage. The sun slowly sunk behind the mountains, its beams coloring every cloud scarlet as farewell. The whole Scottside was exposed, narrow streets, cars that looked tiny, small houses with snowy huts, and the forest that seemed even dark at dusk. And above the forest, above the high trees, where the wind howls, the monolith building towered like a gloomy shadows. I looked around, finding a dark silhouette at the edge of the platform caught my eye. Jessica was sitting quietly with her knees pulled up, hugging them. Her hair was slightly messed up by the wind, which made her look like a helpless little bird, but didn't seem to bother the girl. Even though she watched the sunset, her mind was clearly elsewhere. Jessica? The girl flinched and quick turned around. Oh, it's you. I thought you were not gonna show up. She let out a smug chuckle, as if I didn't startle her at all. I was calling you from below. Thought it was you who didn't come. I was listening to music. I hang out here often. You can come without invitation. Take a seat. Jess patted the spot next to her, suggesting me to sit. I didn't resist and hurried to sit nearby. There was an awkward silence for a few seconds. Aren't you gonna tell me where you are from? Oh, I just moved from Mountain Pines. It's so from here. From that town to the middle of nowhere? Well, there were reasons. It's more quiet here. I sure not knowing what else to say. My hometown wasn't much bigger, just not as isolated. Scottside was stuck in a timeless space surrounded by mountains and forgotten by everyone. It's so quiet here that even neighbors' dogs barking is a big deal. Not joking, I remember their walk schedule. You'll get bored of it. She said, putting a full stop in the conversation. What does Scottside have to offer? Mountains, snow, a bar where men argue whose show cleaning robot is better. Welcome to Scottside. The girl shook and looked at the town as if she lost all the interest. I think I can find some friends here, so it won't be as tiresome. People don't seem to shun me. I met some guys in the library. Oh, those nerds? You are new, so every company gonna try to lure you in. Who's better not to talk to? Same like everywhere else. Don't mess with thugs, they will kick your ass and rip you off. And you don't look really athletic. She glanced at my arms. Nerds are too pretentious. You are not 2 years ahead of school curriculum. You won't get along. Elite throw parties sometimes. You may get invited out of curiosity. And what about you? I cut in. Guess. Someone else. I think you don't fit any of these descriptions. She held her breath for some time and analyzed my words. A hint of smile appeared on her face, but vanished immediately. Me and my friends are among the last ones. Elite? No way, it's such an honor. So you are the ones to turn to if I wanna have some fun? Kind of. You are not afraid. If you are not afraid, our parts are nothing like the nerds. So how you low it? Because these only to save, right? Because these to save. These to speed up. Ah, it's in here. Okay. I think we're a girl who enjoys to be in the spotlight and attend the most fun parties. Yep, you guessed it right. Elite no ages at all, so you are the ones to turn if I wanna have some fun. Kind of, this safe thing. By the way, I was at our library meeting. We have been playing tabletop games. Is it when someone lies on a table and the others stop him? No, it's D&D. You hold dice on... I know, just joking. You do know. I thought you didn't like that kind of stuff. Well, to be honest, it's a weird game. I don't understand what you like about it. It's actually fun if you get into it. Too difficult for fun. Fun should be simple. Just rub our shoulders, try to warm up. It's biting cold. It's been a while since there have been such weather. Cold with cold, ugh. Let's hug her. No. Ugh. Do you wanna? I stopped my set. I put my arm around her shoulders, awkwardly like a child, pulling her closer. She froze for me. I even thought I felt her leaning against. Felt like a year saving a priest from a snowdrive. Hey, what do you think you are doing? She tensed up instantly. She didn't push me away, but completely stiffer in my arms. You were cold. I just thought it would be warm like that. Seriously, I don't remember asking you to warm me up. But if it's the coat. I'll take off my coat. Here, put it on. What about you, softener? No worries, I'm not cold. Alright, don't forget to take it back. Jess took the coat willingly, threw it on, and sighed with a relief. We have to move a little to warm up. The girl stood up, leaning on the fence. I felt a pleasant smell of her perfume brought to me by wind. It was blueberry, not too sweet, but a delicate fragrance. I took a deep breath, enjoyed the fresh and chilly air, and gazed at the dim street lights. A lonely car passed by somewhere far away, hurrying to get cozy after a long day. The sun had almost hidden behind the peaks, and darkness slowly took over. I guess I owe you a village tour? A village? Oh, trust me, Scottside is so small you'll think it's a big village. Everyone knows everyone, so someone like you is a Christmas level event. Hope we can do without fireworks? Keep hoping. Now watch and listen. That red signboard is a shop. Her finger pointed at bright light somewhere far away. If you wanna bring some beer to your games, come at Miss March's shift. She's like a funny perm woman. She's sure not to tell parents. But Anne will sell, but then snitch to your folks. But how does she know their phone numbers? From a phone book? Watch and listen. She repeated discontentedly. Well, we already know our school policy, so that immediately didn't continue. Ask about towers. What are those towers in the forest? I pointed three dark silhouettes of building that stood out in the fog. Jessica froze her gaze off the image as if she didn't want to remember something that hid in the depths of her memory. These are, she said in a small voice, almost a whisper. These were all scientific facilities property. It was abandoned long ago. That's it? I thought they were an interesting story. There is a story. She says slowly, consider every word. Come on, spill it, or is it that boring? Rather scary. I heard experiments used to be conducted there. Horrible, unimaginable human experiments. She paused as thought, doubting whether to share the knowledge. And then the facility closed down. Officially due to safety violations, but people say something happened there that's better not to talk about loud. I felt chills running down my spine. A boy at school said he was walking through the forest one day and the towers lit up red. It was not like an ordinary signal light. No, it was an ominous dark red light, just like the blood. Of course, he couldn't fight his curiosity and follow the light. But the closer he was, the colder it got. He kept going and soon he saw a huge cave. It was standing inside. It was a humanoid creature, but instead of a head, it had a monstrous mouth full of blade-sharp teeth and soul-burning black eyes. Its long arms, growing right out of its back, were holding the pine trees, as if the old forest was part of it. It slowly came closer, then Boy felt its cold breath on his skin, but he could never scream nor run away. The creature opened its mouth and hundreds of tiny pitch black spiders came from it, spreading a sickening smell of rotting meat. It bent over to the boy's ear and whispered, I will come for you. I'll find you. I'll eat you. The boy awoke from the stupor and ran as fast as he could. He doesn't remember how he got home, but he can't sleep since. He says every night that the creature calls him from the forest, calls him by name. So if you ever see the red light in the towers, don't go there. Never. Freaking drone. Crash into a tree. Is it always like that? It is. What were we talking about again? You were telling a story. It's creepy and all, but sounds like an urban legend to be honest. It may be. I never seen any lights myself, so the towers are just a part of ruins in the forest. Is the boy real? He is, but you know, there are even scary stories if you buy anything they tell at school. Say the creep stories, one scarier than the other. See a brown car with blinkers on over there? She pointed to the distance. Creep's junker acts up again. He's our neighbor. Wait, he's the one that likes bald, angry face, always coughing? That's him. Why a creep? Because to me, Lund Creep is a creep's name. It turns out I also live nearby. I saw him cleaning the snow on the front yard. I smiled and checked the time. Oh, it's so late. Missing your bedtime story? Very funny, your story is enough. I just don't want to trip over this damn ladder in the dark. Go together. I see as I did for a moment. Should we go home? I can walk you. What? I can walk you home. You're going one way anyway. No thanks, I'll stay here for some more time. See you sometime. Tomorrow at school? Oh yep. See ya. I step on icy bar, watching Jessica quickly disappear from view behind the tank. Finally felt a steady ground under feet, took the last look up and head home. The moon appeared from behind the clouds, driven by the wind. Its dim light reflected off the snow, making the streets seem a little brighter. Occasional snowflakes landed on my cheeks and instantly melted, leaving behind a faint tingling sensation. I didn't even notice I had walked up to my house. I already missed my evening walk with the dog. Hopefully, Mom wouldn't scold me. The light was on, I could see her blurry silhouette through the sheer curtains. Mom seemed to be bustling around the kitchen, hurrying from the oven to the table. We'll probably have something tasty for dinner. It's weird how life can change in a moment. It's the very first time Mom and I ever moved. I always thought it's hard. The past is left behind and complete new life, started from scratch, is ahead. But it turned out much easier for me. I had a difficult time in my old school. I never could get along with classmates. Lack of friends made this terrible loneliness even worse. Even though I went to school parties often, I never really fit in. Moving to Scottside was the best decision, but I'm worried everything will follow the same scenario. Will I ever adapt to a new life? I felt my heart beating faster, anxiety grew stronger. I remember how hard moving was from my mom, and what was the reason behind it, or rather, who. Some imagination started playing tricks on me, and I saw my father standing beside my mom. The howling wind began to sound like them arguing. It all started with my father losing his job. He'll be looking for a new one for a while, but he couldn't find any. He started borrowing money from mom and getting drunk. I felt that everything is falling apart, and mom tried to make everything work out. She'll been helping father, giving him everything she had down to the last cent. Mom trusted him. She believed things will get better before long. That father will stop drinking, find a job, and our family will be at peace again. Deep inside, mom had a faint flicker of hope, like a candle about to go out. That happened in the kitchen. As I get closer to her, that's how you look at mom, like a hungry wolf baring its teeth at its prey. In a moment, he came as close to her as he could. His hand rose up, about to hit really hard. Him raising his hand to mom was the last straw. We had to move here to Scottside in order to make a fresh start. It was a new beginning for both of us, a new chance, so to say. Father's silhouette began to fade, and once again it was only mom I saw. The thought that father was no longer with us gave me a sense of relief. I could never forgive him for all the pain he caused my mom. I don't want to see her like that again. I clenched a fist and felt my frozen fingers press against my palm. I guess it's time to get inside. It's getting too cold out here. I headed towards the door. The crunch of snow gave way to the groaning wooden steps of the porch, each one complying under my weight. I carefully turned the doorknobs and went inside, preparing for my mother's moralizing. I stepped into the hallway and the spicy aroma wrapped around me. I could hear the soft tapping of a knife on the cutting board from the kitchen. She was always cooking something even when no one was hungry. I looked around and noticed paintings hung on the walls. I felt a twinge of guilt. Sarah seemed to have already unpacked the box without my help. I can't remember the last time I have called her mom. That word feels wrong now, almost unnatural. Sarah, the name sounds just right. It reflects the distance that is now between us, even if we don't talk about it. Everything has changed since she and father got divorced. She shuts herself off as if building an invisible wall around herself. I tried to reach her at first, but all my efforts were rejected, met by cold silence or curt replies. She's still my mom who makes my favorite pancakes for breakfast every so often, but emotionally she became a stranger. At first I was angry with her for the way she pushed me away, but then I gave up on my attempts. We made an unspoken agreement, every man for himself. Are you gonna stand there all night? Who's going to walk stinking me? Why would you give my dog such a stupid name? Right now? It's so late. Right now. And then you'll tell me what made you come home so late. She intentionally emphasized the last word. No point in arguing. Okay, Sarah. And grabbed the leash and went to the door. I stepped outside, heading for the forest beyond the house. The cold was biting my cheeks and I pulled my collar up. Stinky, come. The dog was already hopping around my feet. He doesn't even mind the cold, he's just happy to be outside. I wish I had half his energy. Right now I will rather curl up in my bed and sleep until morning. I took a deep breath of crisp air and looked at Stinky. He had buried his head in snowdrift and was now enthusiastically digging, flinging snow in all directions. So carefree. But it wasn't always like this. I wonder if he remembers the day we met. I was 10, he was just a baby, a shaggy puppy. I found him in the road, his tiny body covered in dust, barely breathing. Someone had hit him with a car and left without even stop. His legs were twisted in a natural way, fur was matted with blood and mud. He was shaking and quietly whimpering, too weak even to bark. Then he looked up at me with those big eyes filled with pain and hope. My heart sank without thinking. I rushed to him. Carefully, afraid to hurt him more, I picked him up. He was so light, almost weightless. The only sign he was still alive was the tremble of his body. I hurried to the vet, clasping him in my arms. He nestled his cold nose into my shoulder and stayed there the whole way. The doctor was silent for a long time, and then he said, Legs can't be saved. Stinky barked, pulling me out of my thoughts. He was holding a big stick in his mouth. Wanna play? So this is the dog, how it is a robot. Go! He's fast. Stinky, wait! But the other half fled behind the trees. Where did he run off to? I could hear the faint ring of his prosthetics up ahead, a mechanical hum that faded and returned again and again. Stinky, where are you, boy? It's alright, it's fine, think lol. It's winter. Winter means there are footprints in snow. The footprints turn left, guiding me along a winding trail between the trees. But I hear a noise from the right, sounds of footprints going in the different directions. Follow the sound or follow the footprints. It's like the dog walking. You can see the footprints, but you hear a sound. So, I stood at the fork, the frosty air stung my face, my breath steamed in the air, fading into the twilight. On the right way, a sound of twigs crunching, sharp and distant. Right before me, faint dents in the snow. The sound could be anything, the wind, an animal, but the footprints, they were his, definitely his. I stepped ahead, careful not to stomp or out the thin prints that were already getting covered by snow. Stink, where are you, my boy? My voice was all by the dark sounds, all into the wind howled back somewhere hiding in the pines. I stumbled into a small clearing. The trail ended up abruptly in the middle of this smooth white canvas, just vanished as if it took off or disappeared. The snow around was clear, untouched, not a single print, no sound of protest, nothing. Stinky! My voice cracked. I kneeled down, stroking snow as if I could find him under this frosty cover. I felt something solid. A small metal screw, one of those used for his prosthetics. I clenched it hopefully in my fist, feeling the sharp edge dig into my skin. He was here, but where is he? What if someone took him, or he fell through the snow? Panic was about to break out, but I forced myself to get up. I'll find you. I put the screw in my pocket. Wait, I hear him. Stinky, hang on, I'm coming. The sound was coming from around thick branch ahead. I grabbed one of them and pushed it away. Take down. Shit! Heart began to pound, chest tightened with anxiety. A bird, just a bird. I remember a story Jessica told me, but as soon as I took a step forward, I heard the sound behind me. I whirled around, but could only see the same branch that looked like crooked fingers reaching out for me. My imagination must be playing tricks on me. I tried to move fast, but the force looked more unfamiliar and hostile with every step, as if it tried to capture me inside. Image from the story took over my thought and started to choke me. That spider-like monster. What if it's not a myth? What is right now it? Its woolly legs stretch out for Stinky. It wants to taste his flesh. Stinky just whimpered somewhere close. I couldn't help but run. Stinky, hold on, I'll save you. Go! Well, this didn't exist on demo. Whoa! Oh, I don't want that. It got to a mountain marker burning my skin with cold. Suddenly everything around me lit up with a mysterious blue glow. I looked up, trying to find where it was coming from. The light was so bright I could hardly make out its source, even through my fingers. I lowered my hand for my face, letting my eyes adjust to the light. I froze, unable to believe my eyes. Right in front of me, deep in the forest, was a massive metallic object resembling a 20-sided dice. What's that? Cargo that fell off an aircraft, or its abnormal neon lights seemed utterly alien to this world. It stood in the very heart of the forest as if it had escaped from a dream or a nightmare. This object was real, sinister, frightening, and completely incomprehensible. And it waited for me. So it has to ace to happen, there is no chance to do that, right? Because it's super fast. I'm gonna even try. Just saving there. Because that's fast. But I'm gonna try to see if it's possible. Or it's impossible to do that. Only to try one time. You can wait a little bit. It's almost impossible. I think it's impossible because when it appears, it's so fast. I think it's like say, okay, you fall always. The bus reek of old rubber and somebody spoiled luggage. I rest my forehead against the rattling window. An old vehicle bounced over every pothole which made my teeth shatter. The perfect hurts for my first day in hell. The snowy streets of Scottside drifted past outside the window, but now they look like cardboard decorations. The contrast between this reality and the one I saw in the woods drives me crazy. But who would believe me? Axel and Sam were chatting next to me. Their voice sounded like I heard them through the water. I'm telling you, at school lunch last week, an eyeball was floating in Mr. Flower soup. A real human eyeball. I saw it blink when he stirred it with a spoon. It was an onion, dumbass. And even if that was an eyeball, be grateful, that's the closest thing to meat the cafeteria ever served. They joke around, laugh at. I felt like a ghost who would accidentally taken somebody else's place. I could only think about Stinky. My fingers kept rolling the tiny metal screw inside my pocket, the one that used to belong to Stinky. What happened to him? Hello, Earth to LOL, do you copy? A sharp bump on my shoulder pulled me out my thoughts. Axel dropped into the seat side. The sweet smell of the bubble gum he was lazily chewing cut straight through the stink of the bus. Across from us, Sam lounged, his feet up on the seat in front of him. Are you with us? Guess the first day of school gave him brain damage. The bus lurched. Doors opened at next stop. Thomas walked in first, tripping over someone's backpack before taking the seat behind us. What's up, guys? Caution, Anson on board. Thomas lowered his voice, glancing toward the open bus door. The way he said it sounded like some kind of a secret code, and the guys immediately looked that way. I couldn't help looking too. She stepped onto the bus. A music player hung from her skirt. She carefully adjusted her oversized headset. In this bus full of pimply teenagers, she looked completely out of place. Like everything around her was just a background in a boring movie she had to star in. I want to say hi, but the words stuck in my throat. Her eyes drifted right past me, like I didn't exist, like I was part of the upholstery. Then a shadow appeared behind her. The guy following Jessica was like 6 feet of wardrobe that learned to walk. He dropped a heavy hand onto her shoulder like she belonged to him and shot me a look that made me want to hide under the seat. There wasn't a trace of intelligence in his eyes, only a threat. They headed toward the end of the bus. Do you remember to breathe while staring? He didn't even blink for a full 45 seconds. Neither did I. Look, walking up to Jess is already a risky move, especially with him around. Thomas glanced over the guy with his arm around Jessica. Harry the Beast McAllister. Stay out of it, new one. You'll live longer. I don't care about Harry. What, dude, are you immortal? Keep your voice down. What if he hears you? I got a bigger problem. Stinky gone, my dog. Hold on, you dead ass named your dog Stinky? And you are surprised he ran away? I know Sam and leaned close to the guy so that others couldn't hear me. No, he didn't just run away. Last night I found something in the forest. There was this giant thing. Like your D20, Thomas, but huge. Oh boy, here we go. Axel, did you give him something? I'm not making this up. Stinky ran inside, and I went after him. There was a town like Scottside, but not Scottside. There wasn't a single person there. I even found my house. It was abandoned too. Like people left it years ago. I could hear Stinky bark, but couldn't find him. It was too dark. Could you have been hallucinating? You think I don't realize how insane this sounds? My mother yelled at me. She thinks I made this all up to skip school. Said I'll be grounded if I did. But Stinky's still there, alone, in that town with no food or water. If that passes close or moves somewhere else, I'll never see him again. I have to go back today, after school. I don't know anyone here but you guys. Just tell me, will you come with me? Everything you just say contradicts every law of physics I know. But if there's even the slightest chance you were not hallucinating, I have to see it. I mean, this is straight out of comic book. You're gonna open a port to another dimension. A little of the weight of my chest finally lifted. They were with me. At least two of them. Sam? You cannot be freaking serious. We know this dude for one day. One goddamn day. I guess he just joined our game and now you trust him enough to take you out in the forest cause of some story about the magic dice? Do you even hear yourselves? Hey, if you don't want to come, don't come. You are chicken, please. We'll go without you. No, please. Please. The word come out quiet, almost a whisper. I hate the way it sounds weak and pathetic. Wait, Sam, we are about to see suffer believe if lol telling the truth, little unbelievable. It will be like opening a door to another world. You sure you don't want to see that? I want to know why will I risk my life for somebody's dog. Because it's the right thing to do. If it were your dog, we'll go. Alright, fine. I mean, not because I believe this parallel world crap, it's because if you idiots get yourself in trouble, I'll have to drag you back out. Thank you, Sam, you are the best. Hope I won't regret this. Well then, we are meeting today after class. I'll look out the window. The bus was already pulling up to the school. The grey building loomed beyond the glass like a gravestone. The Scottside school looked like it had been designed by a clinically depressed architect, perfect for slowly dying of boredom for the next few years. I stopped at the entrance, gripping my backpack straps so tight my fingers went white. First day, new school, new people who are going to stare at me like I'm some kind of zoo exhibit. Just have to make it through this damn day. A group of kids had gathered at the edge of the schoolyard, crowding around something. Ask. A bald old man in a worn jacket was messing with a robot? Right, a robot. Clunky thing standing on two thick metal legs with a big boxy shell for body. No arms, just a huge head, if you could even call it that. The old man was aggressively scrubbing one of the robot's joints with a rag, muttering something. The kids were shattering a point and trying to touch it. The old man looked like he was 1 second away from throwing the rag at somebody. I stepped close to curiosity winning over my urge to get inside the building as fast as possible. Is that yours? Mine. Keep your filthy hands off it, you little brats. Didn't you look up, you just kept aggressively scrubbing the joint. One of the kids, a 10-year-old boy in a hat with a pom-pom, reached toward the robot's head. I said, don't touch it! The kid jumped back but didn't leave. The old man straightened up, rubbing his lower back. He glared over the crowd. His face was lined with wrinkles. His eyes had that kind of bitterness you only see in people deeply disappointed in the whole wide world. You the kids moving into new house, huh? I'm Lund Creep, your neighbor. Saw you moving in the other day. There was something nasty in his tone, dismissive. By the way, your mother threw the trash in the wrong bin, my bin. Everyone has their own bin, got it? Thought I wouldn't notice, huh? I'm sorry, she probably just can't read the numbers on the bin, sure. New people always do that. They come here thinking rules don't apply to them. But I'm watching, always watching. And the robot, what does it do? I'm trained to a new route, so it can take out the trash and clean snow. The old one broke, so I bought a new one. This model is simple, no arms, but more reliable. He pat on the robot's shell with weird tenderness. I glanced off the robot trying to figure out how does it take out the trash with no arms. Smart machine, does everything by itself. What's scaring? The trash, I said. You there for something? The old man turned back to the robot, clearly the conversation was over. The kids I met in the library were trying to get my attention. Come here. She tilted her head towards a snowbank. A cold, almost formal invitation. I crouched down beside them. The boy was staring off to the side, not meeting my eyes. There you are, hero. The sarcasm in her voice was so sharp it almost hurt. Listen, No, you listen. We have been waiting for you for an hour and a half yesterday. An hour and 23 minutes to be exact. You promised to help us fix the robot so it could protect us from the monster. But you never came. Every word in her voice reflected her hurt feelings. Hurt like only sugar can be, like when you have been betrayed. I had reasons. I was always say that when actually they couldn't care less about kids. We tried to fix the robot on our own. Didn't work? No, I don't know what's wrong with it. Maybe it's the battery. Maybe something in the wiring. I don't know how to fix them. And you know what that means. She leaned closer, her eyes glistened, but not from tears. It was anger. That means we got no protection. That means if the monster comes, there is no one to protect us. And that's on you. I don't have to for your games. This isn't the game. I really see the monster. I have enough of my own problems. 3 kids went missing over the last month. Jamie Collins from my class, a girl from the other, I think her name was Emma, a nice cooler, but nobody even talks about him. It's like nobody even cares. I'm going back there to try to fix it by myself. I know the monster is out there in the forest, and if nobody wants to believe me, I will prove it. I guess there is no point trying to talk you out of it. Nope, then I'm out of class. They are just kids, scary kids who believe in monsters. Right now, I got to find Stinky. Nothing else matters. Oh, to see if there is nothing else. Axel was standing at the door, leaning against the frame, still wearing the same carefree look he had on the bus. He shifted from foot to foot, clearly unable to stand still for more than 5 seconds. Welcome to the place where you are either gonna love or hate. Our class is on the second floor. Class starts in 10 minutes, so don't be late. Oh, I almost forgot. The teacher asked me to hand you the locker key. Check if it fits, the tags might gotten mixed up. The key was sticky, like it had been smeared with some kind of slime. Ew. Oops, sorry. I'm off to go to the bathroom. My hands got sick from gum. Gotta wash them. The school hallway bustled like a beehive. Lockers slimy, girls squeaking, sneakers pounding against the floor, smell of sheep deodorant and old books. A typical school morning. Students gradually entered their classrooms. Junta was the only one in the hallway. I have to find the log before I cool up at class. We know what it is. It's that 316. I have my fingers on cold glass surface crystals. No, that's fake flowers. One of those trend the echo door, the cured stuff schools buy to look modern. Colorful facets, shimmering in the light, casting weird reflection on the wall. Looks nice but pointless. The real plants need care. These just stand here collecting dust. But it does the job for a school hallway. Battle of teams starts tomorrow, baited out in the gym. On the deadline, silhouettes of teams throwing a ball at each other, dodgeball. I know swallow my stomach swirly. I hate this game in my old school. Every PE lesson was a public humiliation. You stand in the middle and the balls come flying from everywhere. The whole point was in picking off the weakest. Bruised arms and a gut shot that knocked the air out of you and classmates laughing when you are out first. No thanks. If they play that crap here too, I'll find a way to skip it. I stare at the crook and right fly, Aries part, elite only, followed by a list of what to expect, alcohol, music, pool, and list of people who weren't allowed, nerds, D&D club, geeks, snitch. If you don't know if you are invited, you are not. Thanks, Harry. I'll just move to the town already made to the outcast list. Mr. Mystery Circus is coming next week. A circus tan silhouette on a white background, simple and easy like it's pulled out from a memory. The last time I went to a circus was with my father, back when he wasn't drinking. We sat on the upper rows, he brought me a giant soda and a whole bucket of popcorn. Acrobats spun under the dome and father said, "Watch close, kid, that's what trust is. They trust each other with their lives. Trust. I wonder if he remembered that when he raised his hand against Mom. I don't think so. Trust is for circus acrobats, not for real life." I stare at the vending machine, a massive metal box with neon lights and glass front. A price on the space 50 cents per cup. Cylindrical canisters of soda were slowly rotating inside, 4 flavors. School soda, the usual for such place, watered down, slightly sweet and artificial flavor. The taste is almost the same, only the colors vary, but it does the job to kill the thirst after PA or to wash down a sandwich. Still better than that cafeteria fruit punch that tastes like, I don't even know what, like candy dissolved in water. Only to see if you have more. Who's the girl to look around? I turned the key and opened the locker number 316. It smelled dusty and musty, like it hadn't been opened in years. A thin cobweb stretched across the top corner, slightly swaying in the air. I remember feeling along the shelf, dust stuck to my skin. There were some scraps of paper at the bottom, all flyers, torn notes with faded ink, but nothing readable. A pair of scissors left half open, like someone dropped them in a hurry. And two photos, worn out corners bent, they were taped to the inside wall with yellowing tape already peeling off. The first photo showed a woman around 30, maybe a bit older. Who is she? The previous owner's mother? The second photo a man in the priest's black clothing, older, kind face, glass. Next to him stood a girl also dressed in dark clothes, but her face wasn't visible. I should well clean this up. I gathered up all the paper, scissors, and old hanger. Everything went straight into the nearest trash bin at the end of the hallway. I left the photos where they were. Not sure why, but throwing them out felt wrong. Maybe their owner will come back for them someday. A woman with sad eyes, a faceless girl. Someone's forgotten story, now living in my locker. So this is the class. Okay, you can't go there. Look like that's all. Time for class. I took a deep breath, then let it out slowly before opening the door. The classroom door creaked so loud that every head turned toward me in a perfect sync, as if they were programmed to. The room smelled strange, like melted plastic. I spot Axel in the back row. He raised a hand as a hello. Thomas was sitting beside him, smiling as he pushed his glass back up, and Sam, he didn't even look up from the tablet on his desk. Oh, here's our new student. Class, this is Lol. He just moved to Scottside and will be joining us. Welcome, Lol. I'm your homeroom teacher, Mr. Flowers. Let's all make him feel welcome, shall we? I look around the room. 20 pairs of eyes were staring at me, some curious, some bored, a couple with barely concealed smirks. I hope you are ready to learn. Yes, sir, I'll do my best. My voice came out quiet, then I meant it to. Some sneaker in the corner. Excellent, take the seat over there, next to Miss Hanson. The seat is unoccupied today. He pointed at the desk by the window. I followed his hand and saw her again. Jessica was sitting alone at the white desk by the window. Her expression didn't change in the slightest when Mr. Flowers said her name. I sat down, making sure not to bump her backpack hanging off the side of the desk. A light berry perfume briefly drowned out the industrial smell of the classroom. Awkwardness hung in the air between us like static. And there's 45 minutes of this, great. So today we'll be covering the F47 emerging access panel. The teacher wiped the board clean with one swift movement of his mechanical arm. He switched on projector and an image of a humanoid robot with a flashing square on its chest appeared on the board. Before we can start Pratt's task, let me tell you what happened back in the year 77. Mass labor protests against robots replace human workers. Thank you, Thomas. You just saved my 30 minutes and robbed the class of a fascinating story. The tap his protest hand against the desk. As Thomas said, that's when Congress passed the Robotics Regulation Act. One of its key requirements was to include a mandatory emergency access panel on the most machines. That's what we'll be working with today. The idea was simple. If a machine goes out of control, any educated person should be able to shut it down. Humans are still in charge. Did it actually work though? What do you mean, Sam? I mean, robots replace people anyway. You're right, the panel didn't stop automation. What it gave people was the illusion of control, and sometimes an illusion is all it takes to keep society from tearing itself apart. Today I'll practice using one of these panels. All you have to do is activate 4 buttons in correct order. In other words, guess the sequence. One mistake and a reset, and you start over. A real panel gives you a limited amount of attempts. And if you never guess it, then Axel, you'll end up in a workplace incident statistics. Lucky our training models have unlimited retries. Any question? Actually, you work in pairs, now you can get started. We all done this before, so you'll be fine. His eyes landed on me. Jessica can help the new student. If only she stops counting birds outside. Jessica reached to the tablet on her desk first. Its touch screen glowed with a green interface. She tapped her finger on the panel edge, lost in thought. I have to say something. Anything. Or the 40 minutes will turn into a torture. All you need is so the teacher wouldn't hear me. Hey, remember? Yesterday. We started speaking at the same time. Then both immediately stopped. So you go first. No, you. She ran a finger along the edge of the panel, not pressing anything, just immersed in thoughts. The view was really worth it. I mean, climbing up that water tower. She turned toward me and gave me a quick look as if sizing me up. I didn't expect to see something that beautiful. You mean the sunset of the company? Oh, of course, the company. The company. It would have been boring without you. Well, don't get used to it. Oh, and your jacket. She nodded toward the back of her chair without looking. Take it after class. I'm not your delivery service. Alright, thanks for bringing it back. The sun settled between us again. I saw you this morning on the bus. So? With that guy, Harry. So you got a boyfriend? She let out a slow breath through her nose. Do you really need an answer? Got it. Is that a problem? No, I was just curious. Now you know. So how long have you two... The closet door flew open like someone had shoved it too hard. A broad-shouldered guy stood in the doorway, his hair neatly slicked back. Harry McCallus, how generous of you to join our lesson. Prices run long, sir. Your usual seat next to Miss Anso is occupied today. Perhaps you shouldn't have been late. Take a seat over there next to Mr. Patrick. Mr. Foss pointed at the desk by the far wall with a skinny, acne-covered kid. The boy visibly shrunk in his seat when he saw Harry. Harry's gaze swept across the classroom past Mr. Flowers, past the board, past the other students. Then he stopped. On me. He stared at me the way a starving dog stares at a bone. Then he finally moved and took the seat the teacher had assigned him. I didn't dare to turn around. I already have enough problems at this school. I don't need another one. I need to focus on the lesson on our task. I leaned over the desk and looked down at the tablet screen. That's easy. You just have to figure out the right button sequence. And slide this thing around so it stays out of the way. Press here. Alright, let's get to it. Your turn. Damn it. What? Damn, wrong series. Maybe try moving the lock. Never works. Anyone can be the first. Hey, crap, that's not it. Maybe try moving the lock. Try this. 3, 2, 1, 4. Three, two, one, 4. Oh, that's the right sequence. Ah. Access granted. Didn't know that you could move when we are putting, didn't you? Just got the first impress. He came to our desk and took a look at the panel. The sequence right on the side moves are a few. Great teamwork. Thanks, Mr. Flowers. Lol, you did well for first day. You're a regular, are you? Just help me. Just help me, sir. I only quitted a little. Malice is the best shield. Keep this up. He proceeded to the next desk. Just leaned on the back of the chair. Her phone slid down and she fixed them on instinct. Not bad. You make a great team. You just press some buttons and you call that the team. Is it that easy to get in your team so further? The rest of it was blurred like in a thick fog. Mr. Fall was telling something about maintenance operations, panel ties, protocol exceptions. I know I pretend to listen, but my thoughts were far from here. Wait just a little more, Stinky. I'll come for you. I swear I will. When the class finally ended, we head into the woods. Alright, now it's official operation. Saving Stinky. I brought a flashlight just in case. And I brought common sense. Too bad nobody here used it. Sam was still sulky after all what happened on the bus. Thanks for coming. I'm here only to make sure these two don't get lost and freeze to death. We won't get lost. We got LOL. He knows the way. Assuming he wasn't hallucinating yesterday. I want it. Hey, what if it's dangerous there? Maybe we should brought a weapon. Like what? Well, you got a baseball bat at home, don't you? Actually, I don't think a bat gonna help us here. How much daylight do we have left? About 40 minutes, maybe less. It's cloudy. Perfect. 40 minutes to prove LOL has been completely lost it. Then we can all be home in the time for dinner. I'm not crazy, really, cause I don't see any magic dice that sends people to other dimensions. Turn around, it's right behind you. For a few seconds, none of us could even move. The thing was just wrong. It didn't belong here. As if someone had just cut a piece out of another world and put it in here. It's a fucking UFO! Axel took off running. He charged right toward the object, waving his arms like a maniac. Wait, Alex, wait! We don't know if it's safe. I bet Axel was already circling the object, his eyes lit up with pure excitement. I knew it! I knew! I freaking knew they were real! Sam stood frozen. His face went pale, mouth open and then closed again without a sound. The shape, perfect geometry. Thomas slowly approached the object, wiping his glass with trembling hands. It's like the monolith from 2000 Space Odyssey, except it's shaped like a dice. A freaking D20. Blue light pulsed, not steadily, more like it was breathing. Breathe in and breathe out, in and out. Maybe it's some old Soviet junk? Sci-Fi forced himself forward, approaching it with cautious steps. I read that the Soviets built such huge metal spheres for transport radioactive material. Maybe it's something like that, just not a sphere, a polyhedron. Doesn't explain the globe. Maybe because it isn't Soviet junk, but an alien ship? Axel, you have watched way too many crappy sci-fi movies, and you have watched way too few. If you had, you'll know that. Guys, I cut them off. I've been staring at the object the whole time. Memories of last night playing one after another. I know how it works. You have to touch it. That's how I made it out there in the other Scottside. Wait a minute, you are telling me you actually touched this thing? Yeah, Stink's truck stopped there. So I follow him. That's it, stop. Thomas turned to me. There was a real fear in his eyes. You still want us to touch this thing? Maybe that may be radioactive or explode or... Nothing happened to me. Are you sure? Maybe now you glow in the dark and you haven't just noticed yet. Damn, that will be awesome. Axel, for fuck's sake, no it wouldn't. It's too dangerous. On the other hand, if LOL really activates some kind of dimensional transport mechanism, it will be the greatest scientific discovery in human history. Thomas looked at the object with the kind of awe people reserve for the Holy Grail. Just imagine travel between the meshes. It changed everything we know about physics. I mean, let's activate the portal. So am I. This is the most incredible thing I've seen in my entire life. The three of us look at Sam. You all went nuts. Okay, lol, fine, the thing is real. I admit, you were not lying. God, I'm gonna regret this. But I really wanna see what happened, so let's fucking do it. So we all agree? Yeah, yes, fuck yeah. Let's all touch at the same time. We stepped closer, the blue glow was almost blinding. I reached out and my hand was just inches from the metal. We are really doing this? I guess so. Countdown? Go for it. 3. Gosh, I'm gonna pee myself. 2. We all gonna die. 1. The lights swallowed everything. I squeezed my eyes shut, but there was no, just endless overwhelming white. Then, silence. I opened my eyes. That's it? We were still standing in the forest, the same trees, same snow. Really? So we touched the giant glowy thing and nothing happened? Wait, the D20 changed. Thomas was right, the glow turned off. What if we broke it? No, something is different. I can feel it. Without any instruments, there is no way to verify. We need to go out of the forest. There were changes in town the last time. Like what? Everything looks the same. Just trust me. We head back toward town and step out the streets of Scottside. And we froze. Oh my god. What the hell happened here? This is unbelievable. Why it's so empty? Because there is nobody here. At all? Not a single soul. Guys, the snow. As I pointed skyward, the snowflakes, they were falling the wrong way. You can see they come up. So as if I call it slow motion, they drift up in the grey sky. That is amazing. You have just noticed it? Okay, that's impossible. Snow literally can't fall upward. Thomas, breathe. Axel just bars off laughing, almost hysterical. Do you guys realize what this means? The old town. It's all ours. No robot librarians, no rules. Let's see how long you'll last without your mom. Axel sounded charged toward the nearest store. come on, Axel! But he was already inside. A few seconds of silence. Then Axel came bursting back out, waving a chocolate bar over his head. Guys, food! There's so much food! He tore the wrapper open and took a huge bite, closing his eyes on your bliss. A little stale but totally edible. You are seriously eating chocolate that could have been there for 30 years? It's free. We have no idea where we are, and you are stuffing your mouth with the first thing you find. But I already took a bite. Guys, we don't have for this. You are here for Stinky, remember? Oh, right. We have to fight before it gets dark. Lost, right. We have to get back before nightfall. Our partner's gonna kill us. Alright, so where do you think your dog went? The last time I heard him barking from that way, towards the forest beyond town. We set off through the deserted streets. Only the sound of our footsteps echoed between the bananas. We had the forest from far side of town. That's where the footprints were still visible. We had to fight our way through deep snow drifts. This forest was more quiet than ours. You know, if you get stuck in here, I'm calling dibs on the mayor's house. Nah, only the mayor gets to live there. And I would like to nominate myself. You, a mayor, you won't even know to manage a town. At least I know how to punch you in the face if you keep being a smartass. According to the constitution, ouch, Sam kicked Thomas in the ass. I have my own constitution. Then I guess I'll be Secretary of Education. More like Secretary of being a nerd. Is that this which has been yours since birth? Hey guys, remember that shelter? What shelter? The one we want to find but never did? You'll take care of it since we are back. Once we are back. If we are back. Keep talking, you are getting another kick. Hey, look. Suddenly the tree opened. Open up. I stopped so rude that Thomas slammed into my back. A round clearing ringed by towering pines. The setting sun spilled through the branch, turning snow to gold. And in the middle of it, an unbound microbus, covering rust, its paint peeling away, but still an unviscable microbus. And beside it, standing motionless in the sunlight like a statue, was a deer. Massive, its antlers spread wide like a crown. We all froze. We barely even breathed, afraid to break the moment. I opened my mouth, but no words came out. This was it, the place. Our shelter. You think this exists in our world too? Yeah. So we heard the barking from inside the microbus. Familiar, loved barking. Stinky! The deer bolted, vanishing between the trees. A ball of fur on mechanical legs burst from the microbus sliding door. Stinky rushed to me with such speed that his protect barely touched the ground. He slammed to me hard enough to knock me flat into the snow. His warm tongue covered my face with licks again and again. His tail wagged so hard his wild body shook. Stinky, I thought I lost you. I firmly hugged him, hiding my face in his soft fur. He smelled like home, like safety. Whoa, a robot dog. Can I pet him? Or does he that wait and attack more or something? Stinky went sniffing everyone, nudging Sam's shoes with his nose. Hey, come on. I look up, Sam was standing off to the side, his hands shoved in pockets, wearing the faintest hint of a smile. Eventually Stinky settled down and sat beside me, panting. I look at the others. At Axel grinning like mad, at Thomas with that analytical look in his eyes, at Sam trying and failing to look like he didn't care, and at the old microbus glowing in the light of the setting sun. This place is ours. When we get back in our world, we'll find it there too, and it will become our shelter, a place where we can hide from everything, our own little piece of freedom. We made our way back to the object, Stink curled up in my arms, licking my shin every now and then. You know what? This place is slime. Slime? You know, shady, off. Like something is wrong and it won't come off the wall like slime. I think he means suspicious. I mean slime, not the same thing. Actually, you can't call any random thing slime. It's not random. You won't say Jessica is a slimy girl. That's not what she is. I can't take my eyes off her. Like I'm sticking to her, you know? It's the context, man. Context is everything. Sam and Thomas exchanged confused looks. Hello, I was thinking. About what? What if that's not your dog? What do you mean? Well, in an invasion of body snatchers, people get replaced by their copies from another world. What if there is another version of Stinky in this reality? He's double. How can you be sure this is actually your dog? I look down at Stinky. The dog stares at his own tail like you'll never seen it before. No, it's him. I recognize this little goof anywhere. Stinky licked my nose and I couldn't help but smile. How romantic. Are you two gonna get married? Shut up, Sam. What? Never mind. No, I'm for real. What you'll say? I say only if you'll be my best man. Bullshit, that's not what you say. Can I be the best man? The Darth Vader behind us. We step back into the forest, heading for the clearing where the 320 was. Wait! Thomas' eyes stopped, seeing something ahead. Look, lights! I screamed. Two red beams were cutting through the trees. What's that? Headlights. That's a car. Someone's at the clearing? Let's get close, carefully. We crouched low and move ahead. Stinky tensed up in my arms but didn't make a sound. Used the cursor to look around. We crouched to the edge of the clearing. I hid behind the thick tree trunk. A truck was parked in the clearing, and two men in military uniform beside it. Are they taking the D-20? Soldiers climbed into the cab. An engine hubbled on. Wait! Where the hell did people even come from? Probably from the other side too, from our world. But if they take the 20, we won't get back. For us, I agree with you. Wait, is there a military base anywhere near your town? Not that I know of. Then where did those soldiers come from? It doesn't matter. Where did they take the D-20? The truck pulled away and disappeared into the darkening forest. We have to follow it. That's our way to go at home. Mom's gonna worry if I don't come back. Axel's voice was shaking. He was starting to panic. Your mom was worried is the least of our problems right now. But what if we can't get out? But if we are stuck here forever? She won't even know what happened. Like I just ceased to exist. Axel grabbed the tree so hard his knuckles turned white. His breathing became quick and shallow. Shit, he's having a panic attack. We need to calm him down. Watching him unravel, I could feel panic creeping in myself. How do I calm him down? The trick is find the right words. Make the right choice. Physical contact comfort with choice. The fewer skulls, the better the result. Damn it. Axel, listen to me. I tried to keep my voice calm and steady. Axel didn't even blink. His breathing was getting faster. I can't breathe. Shit, words aren't enough. You gotta breathe. Axel, take a breath slowly. Count to 4. I demonstrated taking a slow breath while counting out loud. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now breathe out. Come on, with me. Axel tried to calm me, he stumbled. Then try again. Second time, these breathings finally start to slow down. 4, 1, 2. I promise. We'll get home, you hear me? We'll find it when I will make it back. How do you know? You can't know that. I promise, we're all going home, all 4 of us. His eyes met with mine. As slowly now his breathing was finally evening out. His fingers finally released the grip on the tree. Okay, I'm fine. Let's go find that damn sphere. Good, can we move on? Or does anybody else need a therapy session? Where could have they gone? No idea, back in our world it's just forest and mountains out there. There we followed the tire tracks. A few minutes later we reached a massive metal hangar. The entire comp was surrounded by a tall chain-like link fence topped with barbed wire. The whole area was lighted up with powerful spotlights. Looks like they took the T-20 inside. There is our Fort Knox. Several soldiers were patrolling the perimeter. How the fuck are we supposed to get in there? Stink let out a quiet whine in my arms. I shook his head, not taking my eyes off the hangar. We just have to get inside, at any cost. Okay, we are definitely not getting through the front gate. Obviously, we need another way in. What about being under the fence? And any other brilliant ideas? Let's circle the perimeter to check the whole place. I'll do that. The 3 of us look at Sam. By yourself? That's risky. That way it's fast and quiet. You guys stay here. If anything happens, whistle. What if they catch you? They won't. Sam crouched low and slipped into the shadows along the fence. The 3 of us stay behind, pressed against the tree. Hey, look. See the entrance to the hangar? Thomas rubbed his glass and squinted through the fence. There is a keypad, a digital panel. If we can get close, we might be able to open it. A branch snapped. We froze. Sam emerged from the shadows. I found what? A hole in the fence, big enough for a person. Follow me. Over to that tree. Keeping low, we follow Sam along the trees. Auto-saving. Some led us to a place where the chain link fence was torn open so badly it looked like we were the first ones to try getting through. Alright guys, we need to get through there. Ready? Okay, we save. Shit, it's guarded. Damn, lol, height. Whew, that was close. When red flashlight swings our way, hide behind the tree. Only one guard, we just have to wait until he's out of sight. That's alright, okay? Wait until you can't see him at all, that's when you move. Fuck! He was still in there? Oh, I did exit. I pressed the exit in there. But how he appeared? He wasn't there. He's still there, okay, okay. That shadow in there. Hide. We can go now. We pressed ourselves against the cold metal wall of the hang. My heart was pounding so hard it felt loud enough to echo across the whole yard, but the soul was patrolling the other side. We are safe for now. A massive steel door met us. Upon install on it, digits 0 through 9. Alright Thomas, this falls under your purview. What we do next? F47 part, it needs 4-digit access code. Can we crack it? Will it cover this in class today? And load the best, so I think we can. Or we figure out the code somehow. A look around the yard. Guardhouse was about 30 feet from the main gate. Look, a guardhouse, so the code might be in there. You think the military is dumb enough to have codes written down? Isn't like, but it's worth checking. Fine, let's say you get inside, then what? I find the code, come back and we open the door. What about the guard? You distract him. How? Keep it down. You try to get a scout? Sorry, how? I don't know. Throw a snowball at the window. We'll come out. You'll come out to check. I'll slip inside. The plan is simple, but it might work. Might or will? I'll say 50 feet, maybe a little better. I look at the guardhouse. A silhouette was visible through the window. The guard was leaning back in his chair. Okay, let's save. Okay, the three of us save here. Once we reach the guardhouse, we'll distract him. Wait, who's holding Stinky? I looked down at the dog in my arms. He was sniffing quiet, pressed against my chest. He was quiet as paws, only his ears twitched sometimes, like he could understand that any noise could get a skill. Thomas, take him. Hand Stinky over. Thomas argued, wrapping in his arms. Just be quick, okay? I will. And stay quiet. I will. So now we have a choice to enter the cult, hack it, or guardhouse. Gonna see the guardhouse. I crouched behind a stack of steel cabinets in the corner. There smells of stale cigarette smoke, coffee and metal. A security guard was slouched in his chair behind the desk. A snowball smacked against the windows. A soft thud that sounds of the wires made it sound like a gunshot. The guard jolted upright. Rushed for the door and bolted outside. I'm alone. Move, I need to find the door code. That's a sandwich. Take a bite. Discuss a quick put it back. I wipe my mouth. What the hell am I doing? I look at the wall above the computer, piece of paper, tape it down, something right, and examine. Do it my need 1408. 1408. Stay. Method monitor the skill glow. A lot of things. Alt version in this place, the other Scottside equals at 20 size dice. They found it here and now are looking for one in our world too. Shit, I need to hurry. Or might they make it home? There is nothing else. Go outside. I made it back, I was briefing. The first thing I did was take Sticky back into my arms. How did it go? I got the call. Really? I saw it myself. It was up on the wall right above the computer. Ha, so the military really is that dumb. Alright, got the call, that's right. 1408. Password accepted. The heavy door slowly cracked open. We step into the darkness of the hangar. The darkness around us at the moment, the door closed behind us. I blink once, then once again, no, it's just darkness. Hey, who grabbed my ass? Oh, sorry, thought that was lol. I mean, that was an accident. I can't see anything. Be quiet. Give your eyes a minute. Little by little, shapes began to emerge from the dark. Oh god, is that a joke? Holy shit, there are too many of them. How are we supposed to find our D20? As I made my way down the rows, Stinky was tossing and turning my arms, trying to sniff the air. They are all the same. What happens if we toss the wrong one? We might end up somewhere, I fear. In an entirely different place. Slime, total slime. No, that's worse. Like we are so screwed. I reach out to the nearest dice. Wait, don't touch anything until we know for sure. We hear footsteps outside. Someone's coming. Everyone hide now. We sneak behind the nearest sphere and flatten ourselves against the floor. Light bursts into the hangar. A soldier stood in the doorway, tall, with a rifle slung over his shoulder. Behind him was the guard from the guardhouse. I'm telling you, I saw footprints around the perimeter. Whose? Kids, I think. What will kids be doing out here? Let's check inside. The soldier stepped inside, switched his flashlight on. The beam swept across the rows. Axel was breathing so loudly, I fear they will notice. I pressed a finger to my lips. By the way, did you touch my sandwich? What sandwich? The one I left on my desk. Somebody took a bite out of it. Me? Why the hell would I eat your crappy sandwich? Then who did? Your mom. He laughed like he just delivered the joke of the sound. It slowly started walking between the rows, lighting his way with the flashlight. Sinky, squirming, my arms trying to wiggle free. I held him tight. Safe, stay quiet. You hear that? No. I heard something over there. He took a few steps towards us. Wait until the pulse reached the vertical line. Press the indicate mouse button. The button may change. Shit. Okay, let's get out of here. You sure? What do you want me to check every single icosahedron? You seriously the vacation, footprints, noise, sandwich. They walk out, door shut behind them. Gotta find out D20, get the hell out of here. Let's split up, great plan. That's not how everyone dies one by one in our movies. Damn, you're right. Alright, enough freaking out. Split up, whoever finds D20 whistle. Oh, okay. You do like this, it's easier. Jesus, how many? Aha! Guys, over here, I think I found it. It's the one, it's definitely the one. You're right, the snow hasn't melted yet. Then what are we waiting for? Do you realize that if we are wrong, then it also began to creak open. We don't have to think. Once again, all four of us reached for the 20, our fingers felt the cold metal. And the world exploded to light. Cold, wet snow pressed against my cheek. I opened my eyes, my whole body ached. I look around, the four of us were sprawling in the snow across the road. Ouch! What happened? We fell. I lifted my head. A truck was slowly driving away about 20 yards ahead. The truck was being driven away. The truck looked like we fell out of it. We shot the 20 back in the other Scottside and it brought us here, right in the moving truck. Incredible. I got to my feet and brushed snow off my jacket. Stinky? I look around in panic. The dog was a little away, looking around in confusion. Stinky! I rushed over and scooped him into my arms. He was scared about, but fine. Are we back? Looks like it. The snow's falling the right way. Axel nerves patted his pocket. Guy, I still have the chocolate bar. Damn, what time is it? Late, really late. Mom's gonna kill me. Mine too, we need to hurry home. Are we just gonna home and pretend none of this ever happened? No, we need to figure out what the hell even was that. Guys, Thomas adjusts his glass, shifting awkwardly from foot to foot. Not a word to anyone, okay? At least not until we understand what's going on. Not even to my mom? Why? Because nobody will believe us. But we have the chocolate, that's proof. Wow, a piece of an old chocolate bar. But we will get sent straight to a psych ward, or worse. The military could find out if anyone talks. You saw how guarded was that hangar? He is serious. I don't think they want anyone knowing about that place. And now we do. And then we keep our mouth shut, all of us. Agree. But we are not going to forget about it? You mean, go back then? Well, at least find out if that place exists in our world. Just not now. Yeah, I need some time to process all these. And get some sleep. God, I'm exhausted. Well, I'm heading home. Yeah, me too. See you at school? If you live through the night, don't joke like that. Alexander Thomas took off toward town, disappearing into the darkness. That left only Sam and me. He stood with his hands in his pockets, staring off into the distance. Well, that was, yeah. Never thought I would say this, but that was actually awesome. It really was, especially when we sneaked right past that soil by the fence. That took guts. That's not enough to describe. That was fucking insane. I held out my hand. See you? Sam looked down at it. 1 second. 2. Yeah. See you tomorrow. Yes, we didn't even know each other. And now, you'll just be come back from another world. A place that looked almost exactly like ours, but it wasn't. The military, the hunger, rows of the 20s. The M in those messages. I guess that's how friendship began. Sam let go of my hand, turned around and walked away. I watched him until he disappeared behind the trees. Stinky let out a tired whine. Let's go on, buddy. I turned to leave and froze. The sky. The entire sky lit up with a bloody red glow. Slow, pulsing. Waves of crimson light quivered above the trees, bathing everything around in red. I stood there staring upward, unable to look away. What is that? What is that? Basically, something is happening. We see a murder, a monster in there. And the kid with the robot that said he wanted the robot to protect against the monster. Basically saying that is true. So basically saying Alphonse received for okay, will go toward creative future episodes as well, improve this content, expand the story, find the mechanism and location. And the location shout is now available in the game, and you can spend time with the characters there, take a break from the main story and get to know them better. You can follow development. I understand that the use of AI evokes basic reaction while artists assist me during development. Most of the work I do alone without a significant budget or a studio behind. This game is a result of personal effort and I attempt to bring a life to a project I never long dreamed of creating. So as you can see, like I say, it's a solo developer, and it uses AI, like you can say, using AI isn't bad. Like, I gotta be honest, no. One thing is that slop that exists with AI that they don't even try, they like, poop, it's in there. That nobody accepts. But this, like, you can see it's good because not only is a good AI made, but at the same time, it's a good game. Like I said, this one, Scottside and Pink Noise, both of them, I don't remember now if Pink Noise was or not a little bit of IE, I don't remember now, but they have good art, because they assists, but then they use the artists to help them to make the art of the game. So one thing is die only to assist, not making it everything. So I think it's acceptable, even if it's full IE. If there is effort can be good, so I don't mind that. But basically, this visual novel is very good. Like the story, the mechanics that they have is because it's not only a visual novel. There is puzzle, hiding. Then the choice, like it show like the kids that you can see. Then there is that monster, and you want the robot to protect from the monster. So showing in there that was true. That you should have helped the kid to get a robot protect them. Uh, you saw an assassin, right? Like someone with a knife can be an assassin, or someone try to hunt something. You see a monster like with tentacles hiding the kid, so that's thing in the sky, right? You see that something is happening and everyone is looking and afraid for what's coming. But of course, they don't have the developer doesn't have a big budget because he's alone. Like this, I said, this is not the full time. It's like I'll say a part time, and it has a full time job. So every sale for this type of developers is big. Of course, they lose a little bit for Valve, of course, because for putting on Steam, but it's a big help because the sales help to get some money to make the future episodes. Now, how many episodes? I don't have 100% sure. I think it says on that thing of early access, it says how many episodes is to have, but you need to go there. But you never know how many because it takes 3 to 5 years to be done. I understand that, but you never know how many episodes can have. The developer can have first, I want to make 5 episodes, but later he can think, okay, let me make 6 or 7. You never know. So that's why he puts 3 to 5 years. Can take longer, can be faster, depending on in terms of the pace that he can do and if he wants more episodes or less that he has planned. But these are the visual novels that I say that they are worth, because there is those normal visual novels that is a pure visual novel, and then there is these visual novels that change a little bit. It's not only full visual novels, and then is the art. Even if there is a little bit of assist of IE, I don't mind because it improves and helps those small indie developers. And like I say, efforts, passion on games with IE, they can be good. But sometimes the problem is that the idea nowadays is still that IE is only slop because it's what exists most. True. But I already saw games that with effort and passion you can have good games with IE. And in here it's only assist because he has artists that help him. The same thing as with Pink Noise. I don't know if that was through like IE to assist or is only artist. I don't remember now. But this is what I like of Pink Noise, Scottside, and other visual novels, because the art style, the story, they are good, and that's what I say. Like if you make good stories and good artwork and choice at the same time, it can be they are gonna be good. Like I say, in this one you can see it's gonna be have multiple paths to do. Right, you could go to Jessica or help the kid or with those friends. Right, you could do that, and then everything will change. But showing that you're gonna be able to do multiple runs, even only with one episode. You can do multiple runs to see in the end what can change. You can see that at the same time. So it's gonna be things that when this game is completely done, because it's gonna take a while, multiple runs, it's gonna be different for everyone because the choice, the paths, everything. But it's gonna take some time, a lot of years, let's say like that, and you need to remember about the games. But like, if you like visual novels, I recommend this one. And Pink Noise, if you never saw, I play that, so you can search on YouTube and you're gonna see how it is. But if you don't want and you want to see the Steam page immediately, you can see Scottside. It's worth to buy. And there is Pink Noise, that is very good too. that I'll recommend. Those are visual novels that I recommend to buy and play because they are good. But they are not full because you're gonna have to wait a lot of years to get them full. They are both of them only have one chapter. So yeah. Hope you guys enjoy the gameplay. I'm gonna say gameplay because it's not a playthrough. Well, let's be honest, it's only the chapter 1. Hope you guys enjoy the Scottside gameplay. Very cool. I was waiting for this one because when I played them, I knew it was amazing. So, but it took some time to come out, and early access now is waiting. But if the vlog continues with the same passion and effort, it's gonna be amazing when it comes out in 3 to 5 years. So if you want to give it a shot, you can buy it on Steam. It's already available and it's cheap. And you're gonna, even with one episode, you have some runs to do. So hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys next time.